Okay, sleep. I'm going to talk about sleep because it's very important. Sleep is the time where everything happens, right? When you're a kid and you're going through puberty, you grow while you're sleeping, right? When you go to the gym and you come home and you sleep, your muscles grow while you're sleeping, right? When you study and you learn new things, those connections, they solidify in your mind, so you remember things while you're sleeping, right? So I don't have any like stats, I don't have any like reports or any like scientific studies that I have been looking at, but I know that sleep is the most important thing. Like, it is one of the most important things, right? Sleep is as important as our four habits. If your four essential habits, your meditation, gratitude, journaling, exercising, and reading, if any one of these things are stopping you from sleeping more than like less than 8 hours, get the sleep. And did you like get the sleep? Because sleep, it's just really important, bro. Like, I don't I don't have any data or studies, but it is like so important. Oh no, actually I heard that someone who is 4 hours sleep deprived, so like 4 hours of sleep, right? Someone who has 4 hours of sleep is more likely to be in a car crash, like 3 times more likely to be in a car crash than someone who's above the alcohol limit. Like, think about that, bro. 4 times or 3 times more likely. And that's probably you. You probably get 4 hours of sleep. You probably like go to sleep at 2 in the morning and then wake up at, okay, you probably, yeah, something like that, right? You probably get between like 4 and 6 hours of sleep because you're a nerd. So this ties in with one of my other videos, which is the timetable, right? When you're making your timetable, don't just, okay, so pick a time you want to wake up. I would recommend waking up early in the morning, because when you wake up early in the morning, you get just how well you work in the morning, I think, is unmatched throughout the day, right? Because, yeah, I don't know, because as soon as you wake up, there's no distractions. In my house, no one else is awake, so it's just me. So I have the whole, like, I'm calm. I can't be interrupted by anyone else. It's like, there's no thoughts in my head because I haven't done anything yet. I haven't eaten anything. I have heard that makes a difference. Like, if your body is like processing food, then you like, it just doesn't, it like ruins your focus or something. I do need to look into that. I've been looking into fasting recently, but I don't really know, because I need to bulk, because I'm not even that fat. I don't need fasting, but I've been looking into it, because look at this humongous. Oh damn! It actually looks nice and big in the camera. Yeah. So I would recommend waking up early in the morning, right? Like 6. I would say just say before 7, right? Wake up before 7. And then try and get all your important things done before 11 o'clock in the morning, right? So I've said all this in my make your whole day into a habit video, which is the one about making a timetable. And in that timetable, you should have exact times. You go, between this time and this time, I'm gonna do this. And then this time and this time, I'm gonna do this. So your whole day is planned out, and it turns into a habit, and your whole day just becomes automatic, right? But for sleep, let's say you want to wake up at 6. What time do you need to go to sleep? Just you tell me, what time do I need to go to sleep if I want to go to sleep at 6 and get enough sleep? You probably said 10 p.m., right? 8 hours of sleep. But that's only if you go to sleep the second your body touches the bed, and you don't wake up a single time in the middle of the night, and you wake up at 6 on the dot, right? Then you get 8 hours of sleep. But that doesn't happen to anyone, right? So I would say go to bed at least an hour before, if not more, right? So I wake up at 6, or between 5:30 and 6. So I always go to sleep between 8:30 and 9. Or 8:30 and 9:30. It kind of pushes sometimes. But so yeah, even that could be a bit earlier, but like, I have other stuff. I obviously have other stuff as well, so I can't go to sleep at like 7 o'clock. But yeah, so that's how much is that? if I go to sleep at 9:30 and wake up at 5:30, then that's not good enough. But on the days, so I wake up between 5:30 and 6. So it's usually not 5:30, but when I go to sleep earlier, I wake up earlier, right? So if I go to sleep at 8:30, then I can pretty easily wake up at 5:30, right? Because I have enough sleep and I want to get up. But then the days I go to sleep late, I'd have the freedom to wake up at 6 because, I have enough time for that. So, yeah. And I know a lot of people have trouble getting to sleep. Like, they're like, oh, I spend like 3 hours in bed, and it's like, there's a few like common sense stuff, like common sense things that people do that they're like, I can't sleep. Like, don't have your phone in your room, idiot. Like, if you use your phone right before you sleep, first of all, you're not gonna put your phone down because you're addicted to it. And second of all, like, you're gonna it's gonna keep your mind on, right? Your mind needs to be off for you to sleep. So if you're like stimulating your brain like the second before you sleep, like scrolling on like TikTok, bro, then your mind is not gonna get the chance to like wind down and turn off, right? So, obviously you've heard people say this, try not to use your phone like a while before you sleep. Don't, there's other stuff, but like that's the main one. People hear it, but they still don't do it. I know a lot of people who just like use their phone while they're in bed, which is like, that's not gonna let you go to sleep, bro. There's lots of other things like what you can think about when you sleep. Like, it helps if you read a fiction book before you sleep because it gets you thinking about stuff that isn't real life. Like, but in all honesty, I've always had really good sleep. I've been the guy who falls asleep in like 3 minutes. Like, not anymore, but when I was a kid and we would watch, like, when we'd have people over, we'd sit in my sister's room and we'd watch like a movie or something, right? And we watched the same movie like 4 times, 4 different times that people came over. Every single time I fell asleep in like 10 minutes. So I've never struggled with falling asleep, but I know a lot of people do. So, yeah, that's the one. Don't use your phone. Don't even take your phone into your room if you can. If you need it for like your alarm, then have it out of reach. Put it on like the other side of the room so you can't use it. And the second you get into bed, don't pick up and use it. Don't use it again. Set the alarm, but have it like plugged in on the other side of your room so you can't reach it from your bed. And then in the morning, the alarm will go off. And if you have an iPhone, that annoying alarm will 100% get you out of your bed, right? Because you don't want to keep hearing that. But yeah, I don't think there's much more. I know people who write out what they need to do the next day, so that they don't think about their like responsibilities and stuff. So you get like a paper and you write like, wake up, poop, email John, meeting with Emily. I don't know. That might help if you have responsibilities. I don't, so I couldn't tell you, but I'd say try everything. That's a one that I've heard a few times, is the writing down everything you have to do so that you don't have to think about it. But I think that is taken care of if you journal during the day, right? If you journal during the day, there's not many thoughts stay lingering in your head. You've gotten them all on the paper, so you won't think about it much. I think that's more for the people who aren't like us, the 99%ers. The 99% of people don't journal. They don't be introspective. They don't write down their thoughts, right? So that doesn't make so they're thinking all the time when they're sleeping, right? We don't do that. We journal. We get our thoughts onto a page so we don't have to burden carrying them around, right? So I don't think that never worked for me. But yeah, that's all I'd say. I don't really I'm just telling you, sleep is important and you have to get in bed at least an hour before you want to fall asleep. Yeah, that was the point. I think I kind of drew that out a bit long, but sleep is very important. So if you're in bed right now, chuck your phone into the wall and go to sleep, you little bitch. Goodbye.